Is he going to hit another Luva kick on Gunther? Oh, no. Gunther just caught him. Never mind. Oh, sleeper hold by Sami. Wait, Cody's got... Oh, Cody's got both of them. Crossroads to both Cody and Gunther. Is he going to do it? Oh, Sami reverse. 2, 3, oh! Holy shit! They did it! Bro! Sami Zayn is the WWE Champion. They actually did it. I'm trying not to cuss here, but holy crap. They actually did it. Holy swerve. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special Night of Champions review edition of Ringside Cinema. I am Money Mike, and I wasn't live streaming. I just had to recreate my reaction to Sami Zayn winning the WWE Championship. Like, honestly, that was my legit reaction because as I was watching the end of this match, I literally was like, yeah, Cody's going to retain the championship. I thought that in my predictions. You know, at the very least, I thought, okay, maybe in the back of my mind, Gunther would actually win, but he would beat Sami Zayn, not Cody Rhodes. Thus, Cody and Gunther can have another match. But, my gosh, I didn't think they would actually do it. We talk about WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. We talk about, how much the crowd in Saudi loves Sami Zayn. Oh, that's the perfect spot for Sami to finally win the championship. You know, Sami Zayn, he wins the Royal Rumble. You could put the Royal Rumble in Montreal, or whatever. Like, just make the entire thing Sami Zayn themed for a perfect road to WrestleMania for Sami to win the WWE Championship in Saudi Arabia next year. But here we are, Night of Champions 2026. Sami Zayn is your new WWE Champion, but we do have a lot more to get to because we have a new King and Queen of the Ring. We're going to talk about Tiffany Stratton versus Jade Cargill, Seth Rollins versus Braun Breaker, and break down the entire Night of Champions card and what it means for Saturday night's main event in July and SummerSlam. But before we get into all of that, hit that like and subscribe button as I do produce weekly wrestling content here on the channel. And I will officially be going to SummerSlam in Minnesota. And if you did check out my WrestleMania predictions video where I did film outside of Allegiant Stadium, I will be filming some videos outside of US Bank Stadium while I am there in Minnesota. So make sure you do hit that like and subscribe button today. So let's continue on about the WWE Championship here. Sami Zayn is your WWE Champion. I think this is the perfect timing right now. You know, it shakes up the road to SummerSlam. I think for a lot of fans, we need a little bit more unpredictability with our wrestling booking. We don't like it when the WWE goes the safe route because then things get a little boring, too predictable. Now we're looking at, okay, does Sami Zayn actually take the championship into SummerSlam? You know, is this going to be a thing where he maybe loses it at Saturday night's main event? He gets a short run with the title? Like, there's a lot of questions. And obviously, the big question here is who does the King of the Ring choose? And that is Oba Femi. Ladies and gentlemen, the IWC can calm down. They can relax. Oba Femi defeated Jey Uso to become your 2026 King of the Ring. And I gotta tell you, when I saw this was the first match of the show, I said, "Oh my gosh, if Jey Uso wins, and this being the first match on the card, I was like, oh, people are gonna. If Jey wins, if Brock Lesnar showed up or the Bloodline got involved and cost Oba, fans were going to be angry. They were going to turn the show off. Like, man, IWC, chill out. Oba Femi is your King of the Ring. Now he will be making his decision on Monday Night Raw, as we do know it is a special start time of 6 o'clock. So it will be interesting. Roman Reigns will be at Monday Night Raw. Is Oba choosing Roman Reigns? A lot of people will probably say yes, that is true. But, I mean, Oba, Sami, if Sami drops the title, Oba, Gunther, Oba, Cody, I don't know, maybe Brock Lesnar beats Sami Zayn, Oba versus Brock for the champ. Look, I don't know. But I think it's safe to say, Oba Femi versus Roman Reigns, it should 100% be locked in for SummerSlam. You know, I think if Cody retained or Gunther won, I think you could have made an argument for Oba choosing Cody or Gunther. But the fact that he's making his decision on Monday and not waiting, I think that does confirm that it will be Roman Reigns. But I do think now that will be, I guess the question now is, where does Brock Lesnar fit in? Because a lot of people are speculating, oh, SummerSlam's in Minnesota, Brock's going to definitely retire. Well, there's been no indication from Brock Lesnar, WWE. They did the fake out at WrestleMania, but there's no indication that Minnesota, SummerSlam in Minnesota, is the dead set guarantee that it will be his last match. So, what if Oba Femi, who is your King of the Ring, faces Brock Lesnar night 1, and then night 2, Roman Reigns? I'm starting to believe the double duty theory here with Oba Femi. I think unless they do it at Saturday night's main event, and that's your big marquee match, and let's remember, Brock Lesnar won his first WWE Championship in New York. Now, it wasn't Madison Square Garden, but he did win his first championship in New York. So Brock retiring in New York potentially makes a lot of sense. But we do know who the Queen of the Ring winner will face at SummerSlam. And if you just saw the match today between IYO and Liv Morgan, well, we got that match at SummerSlam as well. Because IYO SKY is now the Queen of the Sky, Queen of the Ring, and immediately following the match, she chose Liv Morgan. You know, Liv Morgan got cursed by Danhausen before the match. Liv Morgan is still upset. Danhausen apparently stole money from the Judgment Day. There's no evidence of that. I don't know where she gets this idea from. But the point here is that Danhausen cursed Liv Morgan before the match, and I kind of wish that might have happened on Raw, because because it kind of gave away that Liv was losing here. But now, does the curse extend to SummerSlam? We know the curse of Danhausen at least extends 5 games of an NBA Finals. So, you know, does the curse extend all the way to SummerSlam? Now, there was talk and thinking that, hey, maybe IYO SKY would pick Rhea Ripley. But again, where is Rhea Ripley? Like they say she has an injury, but we haven't seen her on TV since Clash in Italy. We don't know her status. So what is going on with Rhea Ripley? That's kind of what I want to know right now. We know IYO SKY versus Liv Morgan is set, and based off of what happened in the women's US title match, I mean, Charlotte, Jade, Rhea, maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, Liv Morgan, IYO SKY, the rematch will be happening at SummerSlam, but this time for the Women's World Championship. And let's talk about that Women's US title match here. Tiffany Stratton defended against Jade Cargill, and you know what? If WrestleMania is going to be in Saudi, oh my gosh. I worry for the women because the crowd in Saudi could not care less about this match. Yeah, the crowd in Saudi, they had their moments. They were cheering. They were fully into the show. But when it was Jade and Tiffany, and just the crowd did not really care. And that just makes me worried because when you think about WrestleMania and how big of the matches they try to make the women's matches for WrestleMania, and they're not gonna have any reaction. Like, man, I'm worried about that for WrestleMania next year. But this was a good match. I did like it here. We did get to see interference from Chelsea Green, who, ironically, Chelsea Green was the only woman who she wasn't even in the match, but she was the only woman who got a reaction from the Saudi crowd. So WWE, I think Chelsea Green should probably win the women's world title in Saudi Arabia next year. I mean, if you're going to keep WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, I'm just saying she was the only one who got a reaction. Charlotte Flair got involved. She hit Jade with the Women's US Championship, allowing Tiffany Stratton to win. Yeah, I'm gonna be very curious to see what they do. Are we going to get Charlotte versus Jade, or are we going to throw in Charlotte, Jade, Rhea, a big three triple threat match for that women's championship? That's gonna be interesting to see where they go for the women's side of things on SmackDown. Now that we know IYO SKY chose Liv Morgan. So, let's stay with the U.S. Championship picture. Trick Williams defeated Ricky Sainz. I thought this was a good match. It's good on Ricky Sainz to get on a PLE. He needed this because the crowd really wasn't reacting to him, and I think he needed to win. I know a lot of people wanted Carmelo Hayes versus Trick Williams, but I'm thinking that's going to be SummerSlam. We did see Little Yachty out there getting involved. The referee threw him out. Then Little Yachty, at the end, after the match, was able to hit him with that cane and even hit a People's Elbow, I think. Look, I'm not very well cultured, but I think what Corey Graves called it was the People's Elbow or something. I don't know. But the Little Yachty elbow or something, I don't know, whatever. He hit a People's Elbow on Ricky Sainz. Hey, why do they hit at The Rock? Huh? Well, you know the internet's gonna go crazy now with The Rock theories. Oh my God, Little Yachty hit a People's Elbow. That means The Rock is showing up. Yeah, okay, whatever. And last but not least here, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker. I thought this was an okay match. I'm kind of puzzled by Seth Rollins winning here. There was no interference from the Vision. I thought maybe Bronson Reed would have came back and cost Seth Rollins the match, but we didn't get no interference. But man, oh man, the fall of Braun Breaker since the beginning of the year has to be studied. I mean, look, Braun Breaker went from fighting CM Punk for the World Championship at the beginning of Raw, at the beginning of the year. on the first Raw of the new year. To now, here we are in the summer, and now is he even going to be a future world champion? Because like Oba Femi surpassed him. I think you could even say Trick Williams, even though he's a U.S. champion, he surpassed him. Like the fall of Braun Breaker, and I go back to last year when Braun Breaker turned on Seth Rollins, the Vision turned on Seth. I go back to that, and they failed to capitalize on Breaker turning on Seth. They didn't put him in the world title match against Punk at Saturday Night's Main Event. They kept him out of that Battle Royal, which Jey Uso won. He was the one who went on to face CM Punk at Saturday Night's Main Event. And then Braun Breaker lost the world title match to Punk. He got taken out by the Masked Man. They did the whole. He was still stuck in the Seth Rollins feud. Like, man, they've done just, man, it's crazy. Like Braun Breaker, the fall of Braun Breaker to me, from a booking perspective, like, man, like the booking has killed Braun Breaker. Like to go from where he was last year to now to where he is now, like, man, dude, if you would have told me that at the beginning of the year, this is where Braun Breaker would be, I would have told you were crazy. But yeah, Seth Rollins won the match. I think that's really my only complaint. I mean, like I said, I thought it was an okay match. But like, my only complaint was that Seth Rollins won the match. I thought Braun Breaker needed to win more. I think if you're going to push Oba Femi, you're going to push Trick Williams, you're pushing these new younger stars, Braun Breaker needed to win. I'm sorry. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, that was your special edition of Ringside Cinema Night of Champions 2026 review. Let me know in your comments below, what did you guys think of Night of Champions? And with WrestleMania 43 taking place in Saudi Arabia next year, is it even going to happen? Like, they've yet to confirm the dates. They ran 2 commercials for it tonight saying that WrestleMania is going to be in Saudi next year, but they still haven't confirmed the dates. That really makes me wonder what really is happening. And I'll have a lot more on that tomorrow in my random wrestling news segment tomorrow here on this channel. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Night of Champions 2026. And if you are a ride and die Sami Zayn fan, like the comment below. And as always, I've been your host, Money Mike, and you've been watching Ringside Cinema.